All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the October W7 PRA meeting. I'm Paul Anzero VLR, chair of the board. And it looks like I got the recording button here. Okay, there we go. And let's start with some introductions. With the Hollywood Squares up top, we'll go with Mike.
This is Mike W7RIS, about 10 miles north of Corvallis.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for being here. How about Mr. Tyler with W7CAT in Lap?
Tyler WV7DD, South Corvallis.
All right. Thanks, Tyler. Good to see you. Nice QSL card, by the way. George, the Aurora Georgie Ellis behind you.
George, KL3 Delta X-ray.
It just
From
rolled off
Albany.
my tongue. I couldn't help it.
That's all right.
Thanks, George. One of these days we'll go get some coffee. Um, Ron, amateur extra for Just Lucky.
Yep. I passed the 20 words a minute. Well, we still had to take it. Um, yeah, Ron Post, AE4JL up in Millersburg, and I do the web stuff.
Thank you, Ron. Ted, sharp and snappy dresser, as always. I tried to be like you.
There's a lot to go for. So I'm Ted Mitchell, W7RTM Club Secretary, and I'm about 2 miles from downtown Paloma.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you for your service, along with Ron and Mike and everybody for bringing this, doing a little bit to help the club along here. Anthony.
Anthony, KE70SN in Staten.
All right, good to see you, Anthony. Thanks for doing the recording, and I'm gonna chime out early tonight. I'll get into some of the things in the meeting about it. Thank you, Mr. Drew, handling the Northern Outpost.
Drew Terrell, W3HES, coming in from Ocean Park, Washington.
Thanks, Drew. Good to see you. Good to see you at the picnic there too.
Yeah, that was nice.
And speaking of picnic, hello to Tom.
Hello, Tom, KK7YZC, about a mile north of Lewisburg, south of Mike. A little less new to the group and a little less new to ham radio now.
Good. Like to see that. Miss Glenda, good to see you again.
Hello, Glenda, KM7BDZ in North Corvallis, nearby the hospital.
All right. Good to see you, Glenda. Hope everything's going well. Mr. Larry.
Larry Durduff, AF7NU in Northeast Corvallis.
Good to see you, Larry. I'd like to hear a little bit from you to see if you ever got your thing worked out when we get to that item in the agenda. Okay? Just to see.
Okay.
Yep. I'd like to hear about the events that you're doing. Jens.
Hey, Jens Almer. I'm KM7 AUA in near Garfield School in Corvallis. So it's my first
Awesome.
PRA meeting, so good to see everybody.
I was just going to say I missed a few meetings because I don't know if I've met you yet, but it's good to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, I met some of you at Field Day this year, so
Yep.
that's my first event.
Good. Excellent. Thanks for coming. Joe.
Well, I'm probably one of the newer people. I started with the Swap and Shop on Tuesday, which doesn't exist anymore, but I thought, well, I joined the group when because I started to become a regular on that. And now I got to figure out what to do with my membership.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, good to see you, Joe, and hopefully you'll advance your knowledge and share what you know with the rest of us, and that's how we promote the hobby here, right?
Right. I'm quite involved with the Clackamas Aries group up because I live up in Wilsonville, and I'm very involved with the 529 repeater, the WA7ABU, and I do in fact I'm on the net controls for Friday morning for the TechNet on the 529. So it'll be fun to find out what you guys do.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. And Scott, another longtime member, and probably someone who listens to the TechNet quite a bit.
Not only do I listen to the TechNet, but I'm also in net control. And shout out to Joe. Hey, Joe, welcome. Joe's our net control, one of our net controls on Friday. I've spoken to Joe many, many times, right, Joe?
Absolutely, you're
Yeah,
great.
yeah. Nice to see you here. That is fantastic. Oh, wow. And shout out also to Glenda and Jens and Tom. And I'm glad you guys are on board as well. Very nice to see you. So yeah, I'm Scott, KF7GG, and I'm also in Corvallis. Very, I think, close to both Jens and Glenda, geographically. So, you know, and yeah, that's my story. So.
All right. Thank you, everybody. That rounds off the introductions, unless somebody joins us a little later, and then we'll break form and allow them to chime in. So let's see. I don't see Andy here, so I'll pull up that email in a minute. So secretary's report, Mr. Ted, if you have anything to share.
So I hope the minutes got sent out Saturday. I didn't get a copy, so I'm a little unsure.
Yeah.
But and nobody's commented. So if there's any updates, additions, deletions, or you didn't get the minutes, let me know. I'll send them out again.
Yeah, you know what, Ted? I don't have a copy. I don't know if that's like everybody else, but I know I don't think I saw one.
Okay, I'll send them out again.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ted. Yeah, I was just looking to see. I got Andy's, and I'll go ahead and let's see here. Where's the chat window? Um, I don't always do well with screen sharing on this monitor, so I'm gonna just put it in there. I'll read off of it. It's in the chat window if you want it. Feel free to grab it if you need it. So the PRA Treasurers Report, OS Credit Union, Oregon State Credit Union, 1,067 in change. I'm not going to read the pennies. In savings, we've got about 2,500. The total around 3,500. You can see the details if you want. And square up balance, very small. Cash, couple of bucks. Total 33.74 in change. So looks like we're in the black. That's always good. If anybody has any expenses that go towards the club for anything that we've done for any events or anything that we purchased for the club that we've talked about, of course, just get that over to Andy or myself, and we'll get that reimbursed. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. I lost my agenda. Oh, that's the Facebook page for PRA. Hang on a second. There it is. All right, website, Mr. Ron. Anything new and exciting happening in the website?
See if I can get unmuted here. Don't really have anything. There were some photos I did receive from the September event, our POTA thing. So I've got those up there, I believe. I do need to get. It was one of the meetings we didn't get the video, so I'll have to check to see if I've got the latest meeting up, and then I'll get the recording of this link too once we're done.
So that's what happens when you put me in charge of recording it. I sent it right to the cloud and figured that must be where everything went. So, yeah. So my apologies if we never find that, I'm not sure why. So Anthony needs to give me some remediation training. Okay. Ron, if you could, since we got some new folks here, if you could just in the chat window put in our website so that people can know where to go to see some of these beautiful photos of wonderful
I
people.
will.
Thank you. All right. Repeater report. Facebook. There is a web page, and again, I mention this every time we have some new folks. So I'm very close to geographically. I'm very close to Chris AB7BS, our repeater owner. It's ironic. I didn't know where he lived, and then I saw him driving by one day and I went, hey, he looks familiar. And I got on the radio and sure enough, he lives like 2 streets away. So pretty funny. So on there's a Facebook group called W7PRA. Chris does not make any apologies for those who don't follow Facebook. He's like, this is how I can easily communicate. So if you want to know, then, you know, many people have Facebook. So if you can't or don't want to have that social media presence, you can find other ways to get the information. But he will give you repeater updates, statuses, pictures, tower cams, and other fun things that are happening in the network of things we call our repeaters. Okay. Past events. Wow. Let's see. There was a couple here that I can see, I can talk about. Let me move that up here. And let's see. Okay, so first up, we had the picnic in Poda on September 27th. Thank you everybody for coming. We had a kind of a different kind of venue. We didn't do a barbecue this time. We did some homemade enchiladas, I believe, and some everybody brought a little something to share, and it was really nice. The weather even, cooperated. It was very nice. Anybody have anything to add to that?
Pleasure meeting your fiance.
Oh, thank you, Drew.
And the food was good, yes.
Hence the fiance part.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to thank her.
Oh, thank her profusely. God, that was such a good feed. Man, that was great.
Okay, good. Yeah, we thought we would do something a little different. Actually, she thought we should do something a little different, and I went, yes, dear. All right. Um, there was a tech class on October 3rd to the 5th. Anthony or Scott want to talk about that to see how that went?
You want to go, Anthony, or should I?
I can take it. So we ended up canceling the tech class. We had, I guess, 2 days out. We had only one person signed up, and that person, uh, the next morning emailed saying that they had something else came up on the schedule and weren't going to be able to make it. So we were left with none. Uh, and then I think it was the morning before Scott got an email from somebody that was then again interested in the class, but by that point we were already canceled that. We did do the exam on that Sunday, uh, and we had what, 5 applicants showed up, uh, and it was two new techs and uh, some upgrades, and I think 2 of those upgrades were for extra. So
Awesome. That's great. I'm really glad you guys are hosting these regular VE sessions. It gives some folks in the area a place to go.
Mhm.
And I know there's other clubs that are doing it, and I accolades to all of them. Thank you. Next up, I thank you for the email, Anthony. I didn't know what happened to Swaptoberfest until the email went out, but can somebody give a little update on what happened there?
uh,
Go
so
ahead.
the main thing is for those uh, that had moved in the night before and brought in some older radios that we sometimes affectionately refer to as boat anchors, may have actually needed to use them as such uh, in the parking lot. Uh, so the word went around that there was a 6-inch water line that ruptured in the parking area, uh, and uh, after getting the appropriate people out to turn it off, it was decided that the event would be canceled. Fortunately, nothing inside was damaged, uh, so the water didn't penetrate the building. Uh, but it did flood a portion of the parking lot, and when they turned off the water, that included the water to the kitchen area for the food, the restrooms, and probably the fire suppression. So they decided that it would not be prudent to have a large crowd gathered uh, inside the building. They refunded those that had showed up early and moved in tables. And there was a number of people who did conduct a informal tailgate style swap meet in the parking lot on Saturday anyway. But yeah, so hopefully they will have a functional water system by February.
Okay. Um, I can't help it, but it turned into Swamp Toberfest, I guess is really what it was. Okay. I mean, I'm sorry that it happened, but I couldn't help it. I couldn't help the joke. It was just too easy.
We'll have to coin that term.
Yeah, I
People,
think I'll stand from a distance when I suggest it. How's that?
no, I think if you don't have a sense of humor, I guess you not appreciate that. But I think that's a very good term for it.
All right. All right. I've got a quick update. I think anybody that's on the 7QP reflector may have already heard this, but I was able to go back to visit my friends in Pennsylvania. I belong to a small contesting team. We do the Pennsylvania QSO party, and we got a just an amazing turnout on RF noise. Sorry, not RF noise, contacts, I should say. I'm trying to be funny about it. We made a ton of contacts in the Pennsylvania CUSA party. We broke every record that we personal bested on everything. It was phenomenal. We almost tripled the existing high score on in that county because there's 67 counties, and the original high score was like 118,000, and we busted 314. Yeah, it was nuts. It was crazy. We made almost 1,500 contacts on between split CW and phone. And the thing that I was there to do, I stayed on 20 meters the entire time. I never moved. We had the club, the W7PRA club triplexer. That was absolutely stellar in getting us the needed multipliers and the bands. I brought it with me. In fact, I even have a hard case for it now, suitable for traveling. I just need to get some foam inserts to kind of keep it a little bit more stable than the towels that I put in there. But it was completely a rock star. We had a TA-33, a Mosley TA-33 tri-band beam on a portable tower and a tower trailer, and it was up about 30 feet as usual. And we just rotated it around and we just started pointing mostly to the west, more north by northwest. And for anybody who doesn't know, when you're collecting multipliers, I mean, it creates just a huge influx of points. And so there are 85 sections in the ARRL sections for North America, or no, US and Canada, right, Mike? Is it US and Canada? Not Mexico. Yeah, so it's not North America. Okay. So so our previous record was 72 multipliers at the last PAQ that I attended. And I said, we gotta that's my personal goal. I want a best 72. I was stuck at 71 for about 4 hours. I almost lost my marbles because we were one away from meeting it. And then we were able to, people just started picking up. The propagation was really with us at a particular time. And we actually ended up with 80. Yeah, we did the final count. I got the phone call today. 80 sections were covered in that contest out of 85. I was it was really cool to be part of that. So the thrill of contesting for those who haven't had a chance to do it, highly recommend it. It's an adrenaline rush. And you get your skills down, you get your momentum down. We've got a lot of folks here that have done contesting or do it regularly, and you can learn a lot, and it can be just a lot of fun. So enough for me to extend my business trip and drive the rental car another 3 hours in each direction to go see them, to go play radio for a weekend.
Congratulations, Paul. So do
Thanks.
you attribute by any chance the success of the triplexer? I mean, what was the difference this year that you think did it for you guys?
We had 10 and 15 meters on at the same time instead of having it on a vertical. And so we are able to use that beam. We were able to pick up, we got a lot of DX on 28 megahertz, 10 meters. We got as far as Australia. We got Puerto Rico on 10. That was a hard one for us to get this year for some reason. And so 15 was just picking up stuff all over Europe. So lots of DX, but you only count that once. So it's just a point. But yeah, good, really, really good. The triplexer was phenomenal. There was only one frequency that could hear each other on the other bands. I didn't write it down, but it was, it's probably reproducible, but it was not bad. We just moved up 15 kcs and it was just gone. So there was only like one on, if I was on 10, 20 and somebody else was on 15 or something like that, we were able to hear each other, but we just moved and that was gone.
Great. Well, count me in for next year.
Yeah.
I'd love to go.
All right. Um, Anybody else have any past events since the last meeting that I just don't have written down here?
I guess it's something about future events. Speaking of contesting.
Yeah, so that was the next thing is upcoming events, and I was moving all the upcoming events into past events in my last in my agenda that I have here. So what's coming up, Scott?
Well, at the LC station, we still have not put up our Yagi up on the top of the 60-foot tower. So I told them, I said, look, the next best thing, let's put up some really high dipoles and, inverted V type dipoles. And, we can make it that a little bit of a contest station, even though it really would be nice to have a beam. We're just not going to have it, so not for this contest season. So, but we will put up dipoles, and so I'm going to offer our station out at LC for the if any of the newbies here would like to try contesting. That would be a place to do it, probably because we'll have a couple of radios, nice ICOM 7300s, and some older rigs as well. And if you want to come and play a radio with us for contesting, give it a shot. I think this would be a good opportunity. So I'll keep people posted about the upcoming contests, like the sweepstakes and other ones that are big ones. And if you guys have time, you want to come out to LC, you can give it a shot.
I would love to do that. So
Okay.
definitely let me know. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely, Linda.
No, that's great. That's a great opportunity, Scott, and especially when you've got a larger antenna available, whether it's a longer dipole or inverted V at 60 feet. That never hurts.
Yeah, we can get,
Um,
20-meter dipole or 40-meter dipole up at 60 feet. I mean, I've done it before and it really works great. Once you get that height, it just, you can really get out. So it's not a beam. We can't steer it. We can't, do any of that stuff. But at least it's up high and that makes a big difference.
Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Good. And anybody who's watching the chat, I snuck a little team picture in there from my visit there, and there they are, the ragtag team of contesters. So okay, so Scott to her. All right, we'll check on with you next month and see how the update on that goes.
Okay.
Anything else upcoming? Any Hamfest contests? Any events that anybody wants to share?
I have one to share. It's a Girl Scout event. The Oregon Girl Scouts, we're having our big STEM day on November 8th, Saturday, up at the Salem Fairgrounds. And I'll be working, I'm a Girl Scout volunteer, so I'll be working at the ham radio booth that I think maybe the Salem group might be setting up. I heard there's 12 people working the event. We'll be there from, I think booth setup starts at 8 and the event goes from like 10 to 4 or 10 to 5, but I'll be there pretty much all day and It'll be fun. Is anybody else in this group going to be there? I'll take pictures.
Yeah, Glenda, I was gonna say, you know Dan Bathurst, WA780U?
I've heard him on the radio.
Yeah, so he makes regular announcements on the TechNet,
Hmm.
on the 529 repeater about this kind of, November 8th and the Girl Scout. So as far as I understand, this is going to be for merit badges or just allowing these girls to get on the air.
Just getting them on the air generally, and I think we're putting together literature and stuff, but I think there is like a Girl Scout, what they call a journey that includes, it's called communications, and ham radio, I think, is part of that. So we're gonna try to introduce them to that journey.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I probably will go, and I'm sure there might be a couple of other people from that regular check-ins that probably will be there as well.
Excellent. Good. I'll be there.
Okay, very good.
I
So
can tell you,
Glenda, go ahead, Ron.
I can tell you being on the other end, last year I worked quite a few of the young ladies.
Hmm.
Um, and it was a lot of fun. Um, some of the girls aren't very shy, others are a little timid, so it was a great introduction. And it'd be nice if we can put on the reflector what frequency you're on or going to be on or something.
Okay, yeah, when I get I'll email, I think it's Rick Demos is the coordinator for it. I think he has all the information, so I'll email and try to find out some more information. But I'm gonna write out a script for the Girl Scouts that are a little bit shy and don't want to just go for it. I'll have a script that they can read, and then they can be on the air. So,
Well, it was always fun because you asked them, well, they would ask, what's your favorite color or pet or something, just a
yep.
little tidbit. So it was a good conversation starter.
Oh, sounds like fun. It'll be fun.
Awesome. That's great, Glenda. Thanks for doing that and sponsoring the youth in that way. I
Yeah.
put a little something in the chat for you to send an email to Scott, our section manager. He's usually all over these kinds of things, or at least can provide you with some printed material or something if there's enough advance notice.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Scott Roosevelt's totally aware of this, but you should get in touch with him for sure.
Nice. So, Mr. Larry, I think you may have some. Weren't you doing another event similar to this with the Boy Scouts?
Yeah, that last Saturday was our Jamboree on the Air, which is a kind of worldwide scouting event involving ham radio. I had set up a station down in the Eugene Scout office. Uh, didn't have any scouts show up, unfortunately. I had some problems getting it advertised, so no one really knew about it. We had another station set up at a Cub event in over in Bend. They had like 350 people attend that event. They had a station there set up, and they did a very good job. They were making a lot of contacts all about. One interesting one was with there was another scout group at the Vandenberg Air Force Base, and they were talking about getting ready for launching a missile and stuff, and and they had a lot of conversations there. I made a few contacts with some other stations, talked to a couple of scouts doing that, but that location at the Eugene Scout office, for some reason, wasn't all that great in terms of making kind of lots of noise. So I had a lot of trouble. I could hear stations, but I couldn't understand them a lot. So I'm not sure. I just used a little ICOM 7000 and a little InFed half wave antenna, kind of inverted V. But yeah, it was pretty good. I haven't heard all the reports yet how it went worldwide. Usually, there's a lot of stations. There's some really big groups down south in California and also on the East Coast. Some scout groups that are really large and have a great big presence and setups there, and it usually goes pretty good. Hoping next year, because we did as part of our Pacific Crest Council Radio Club that we just started, and so we were a little late getting things going. So hopefully next year we'll get things promoted a lot earlier and maybe have a couple of different stations set up around the council and see if we can't get more scouts involved. Other than that, it's been pretty well.
Excellent. Thank you for your service in that area, Larry, as always. The name of that club again is Pacific what Radio Club?
Pacific Crest Council Radio
Crest.
Club. That goes along with the Scout Council in this area is Pacific Crest Council.
Okay. I'm just making notes of it, and you can hear me typing on the keyboard here. Awesome. Excellent. Wow, lots of outreach today.
Yeah. Oh, we
Excellent.
do have another event going on. this Saturday at Camp Baker, which is near Florence. It's a scout camp, and they have a thing called Haunted Trails. It's for Cub Scouts. They're going to be spending the night there and have a lot of events. One of the events that we're going to do is set up they call it a bunny hunt, which is the fox, fox hunt. We're just calling it a bunny hunt. And so I was spending the day getting my antennas and attenuators and stuff out and get them all working and stuff. So we're going to try that, see if we can get some interest in the scouts, doing the radio direction finding, see how that goes.
Nice.
Yeah, Paul's going to help us. Paul Branchfield,
Awesome.
a member of the club, is also active in scouts, and he's going to be out there along with another ham, Michael Pecor, down from Eugene.
Nice. That's great. I'm glad to hear that.
So
That sounds like lots of fun. I'm one of the committee members for the Girl Scout spring camp that's coming up at Camp Whispering Winds out by past Philomath, and I'll have to talk to you about maybe doing that at spring camp if you might be available.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So if any of you guys are interested, I have a Fox here if you want a Fox that you want to deploy. So with battery, it's in an ammo can. It's all programmed up and ready to go. I just need to recharge the battery. So if you want to have one, I got one around here to loan out.
Okay, great.
Larry, would you mind if I shared your email address on the chat for Glenda? Or
yeah, that's fine. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Hey, there we go. There we go. Helping hams helping hams. I love it. Excellent. Good conversation. Let's see. I am. Anybody else have any upcoming or did we miss an old topic somewhere? Let's and then we'll go ahead and I'll go on with any new business in a second here. Okay. The only new business item that I can think of club-wise is we routinely have a holiday party on the December meeting, and I don't want to wait till the November one to ask for any interest because it doesn't leave a whole lot of, um, you know, doesn't leave a whole lot of runway for those kinds of decisions. How many people are interested in getting together on the Monday night? Let me see if I can pull up a date here. Let me see my calendar here. I'm trying to find the Wednesday, I'm sorry, the December meeting would be lucky. It's the 15th of December. It would be a Monday night. And instead of meeting here online, we would go somewhere and meet. For those of you who haven't seen this before, we have met at Tommy's in their basement. They've got a function hall that's holds about 30 people or so comfortably. Um, Others have wanted to maybe change the venue up and do something different. I'm open to hearing all kinds of chatter about it, including, how many people would want to come if we held such a thing. Okay, one, two, three, four. I see a couple of nods, five, six, seven. Okay. All right, good. So what I'll do is in early November, as I'm kind of busy for the next few days, I'll get to that in a minute. Um, I'll send out an email to the you'll see it twice probably if you're on the reflector for Google groups, and then of course I post it to the Ham Club online, so you probably see it twice, but oh well. I'll send an email and asking for how many people are interested, and then obviously um, the easy part is going somewhere, ordering off the menu. There's no work. You can just enjoy. The some of the things that we can do are we can do a gift exchange or we can not do a gift exchange. We can do raffle tickets. I've got tickets. Yep, I've got tickets. I found them. I moved and I still know where they're at. Um, we can do raffle tickets like 50/50 or whatever, those kinds of things, and maybe any other ideas are always welcome spur some conversation and things of that nature. So, okay. Let's see. Any other new business or I'm sorry. No, I already did that. I guess before we close the meeting, I am gonna bug out right after this. I have to pack because tomorrow I am leaving for Hawaii. So, um, so I will be doing that, and I will change my marital status while I'm there. For those of you who didn't know. So, yes, thank you, Glenda. So yes, the main chef for the picnic in Poda. I think you'll probably see some more of her cooking in the future. All right. Any other items before we go ahead and move it on to the training session? Okay, great. Looking forward to seeing everybody again at the next month's meeting and then maybe in December face to face. That would be awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Mike. And as I usually say, go ahead and mute your mics for the respect of the presenter.
Well, have a safe trip, Paul.
Thank you. And no, I am not bringing a radio. I'm not working. Yeah.